Battle of Trench, which is also known as Battle of Confederates, was fought in the outskirts of Medina, which is a city located in Saudi Arabia. Now we will show you distance of Mecca to Medina where Battle of Trench was fought. Medina is approximately 450 kilometers away from the Mecca city and hosts several historical Muslim places including Prophet's Mosque. Geography and landmarks associated with Battle of Trench. Dear viewers, here we have an image that encapsulates the geography and key landmarks associated with the Battle of the Trench. Let's start with Mountain Ohud, which is shown in this image. Mountain Ohud played a crucial role during the Battle of the Trench. It stands as a towering natural barrier. Next, we have Mountain Sela, serving as another natural fortification during the Battle of the Trench. Group of mosques which are called as 7 mosques are also located right next to Mountain Sela. Finally, we come to Masjid Nabawi, also known as the Prophet's Mosque. Now we will look into more detail where Battle of Trench was fought, positioning of Mountain Sela and 7 mosques which are built close to each other. As you can see, the focal point of this image is the majestic Mountain Sela. Mountain Sela provided a formidable natural defense line for the Muslims. You can also see the location of group of mosques which are titled as 7 mosques. The 7 mosques are constructed close to each other on the site where the Battle of Trench is believed to have been fought. Muslims defending Medina were stationed in these mosques and each mosque was named after the person who was stationed there, except for Al-Fatah Mosque which was built at the site of the dome of the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. These mosques are Al-Fatah Mosque, Salman al-Farsi Mosque, Abu Bakr Mosque, Umar Mosque, Ali bin Abi Talib Mosque, Fatima Zahra Mosque and Al-Kandak Mosque. Background. The battle occurred in the aftermath of the Battle of Ohud, where the Muslims faced defeat against the Quraysh tribe from Mecca. The Quraysh, along with their allies, sought to eliminate the Muslims' presence in Medina and regain their dominance. Muslims' strategy to defend. The Muslims, aware of the impending attack, strategized to defend the city. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sought the advice of his companions, and it was decided to dig a trench surrounding Medina as a defensive measure. The trench was intended to hinder the enemy's cavalry, and protect the vulnerable areas of the city. The tactic of a defensive trench was introduced by Salman the Persian. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, established his military headquarters at the hillock of Sela and the army was arrayed there. Confederates Army. The Quraysh tribe, led by Abu Sufyan, arrived in Medina with a large force consisting of approximately 10,000 soldiers, including cavalry. They were joined by other tribes, such as Ghatafan tribe led by Ayana bin Hizn bin Badr. They were known for their prowess in warfare. Another tribe named as Banu Nadir, which was a Jewish tribe, was expelled due to their treacherous acts against the Muslim community. These are the main tribes that participated in or were involved in some capacity during the Battle of the Trench. Muslim Army. Muslim army comprised mainly of 3,000 Muslims which were mainly Muhajirin and Ansar who were loyal to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and actively participated. Some other tribes included Banu Haris, Banu Nadir, Banu Nabit and several other tribes. Start of war. The siege of Medina lasted for 20 nights. Adding in the 6 days of trench building, the entire operation lasted 27 days. The arriving Confederates were unprepared to deal with the trenches dug by the Muslims. The Confederate army made several other attempts to cross the trench but repeatedly failed. In particular, they tried to persuade the Banu Qurayza to attack the Muslims from the south. Banu Qurayza had already made a pact with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that they will remain neutral. Upon insistence of Confederates, they broke the pact and decided to participate in the siege. the Muslims found themselves in greater difficulties by day. Food was running short, and nights were colder. The lack of sleep made matters worse. Holy Quran has also described the situation of Muslims in Surat Ahzab from verse number 10 to 22. But due to time constraints, we are showing verse number 10 and 22 only in this image. Tactics of Muslims. The Muslims sought intelligence and diplomatic measures to weaken the coalition against enemy forces. As a result, they managed to sow discord among the enemy ranks. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also formed alliances with various local Jewish tribes to ensure their neutrality or support. End of the siege. After weeks of unsuccessful attempts to breach the trench, a severe storm struck the region, causing the Quraysh and their allies to suffer from hunger, exhaustion, and low morale. Sensing their weakened state, the Muslims launched a surprise counterattack against a vulnerable faction within the enemy ranks, which further demoralized the coalition. Eventually, the Quraysh and their allies decided to abandon the siege. The victory boosted the morale of the Muslims and solidified their position in Medina, paving the way for future expansions and the eventual spread of Islam throughout the Arabian Peninsula. It showed the leadership of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and their ability to defend against a formidable enemy force through tactical planning, defensive measures, and diplomatic efforts. Dear viewers, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe the video. See you in next video. Allah Hafiz.